Hey guys! So today we are going to take a look at some phrasal verbs that are used commonly for transport. Now, as you know, phrasal verbs are something which we use very regularly in English. They can often cause you problems because if you use them in an incorrect way, it can totally change the meaning of a sentence, or it can make the sentence sound a little bit strange. So in my experience as a teacher, phrasal verbs are something which students are a little bit afraid to use until they feel really comfortable with them, because they know just how much they can change the meaning of a sentence. Now, I have selected some phrasal verbs which are commonly used, as I said, for transport. Some of them are more formal and some of them are less formal. So have a look at this list of phrasal verbs which I have prepared, and can you guess what method of transport each one might be used for? Get on or off. Get on, get off. Jump on, jump off. Jump on, jump off. Flag down, flag down. Pick up, drop off. Pick up, drop off. Take off, take off. Run over, run over. So as I said, all of these are connected in some way to a type of transport. Can you guess what they are? Now, this first one here, to get on or to get off. We could use this very commonly to talk about, for example, a bus, or a train, or perhaps even a tram. It is the action of physically going into, stepping into this mode of transport. So getting on and getting off the bus, the train, or the tram. We wouldn't really talk about getting in the car or getting off of the car. Yes, okay, you get into a car, but you don't get off a car, you get out a car. It's a different phrasal verb. So whenever we're talking about travelling by bus or train or even by tram, we often talk about getting on and getting off. Now, if you want to express getting on or getting off for the bus, for the train, for the tram, you can do this in a more colloquial, less formal way, and we can use that with jump on and jump off. So using the same methods of transport above to jump on. Yesterday I was going to work and I jumped on the bus. Now, the verb to jump is literally to do that. You don't jump onto the bus, you step on, another phrasal verb. You step onto the bus. But the phrasal verb we use in an informal way, we jump on or we jump off. Now, this one, flag down. The act of flagging down is literally to do this. Can you think of a method of transport? Maybe at 3 o'clock in the morning when you have had a night out with your friends and you're trying to get home. What method of transport would you flag down? Yes, it would be taxi. We flag down taxis. Okay? So if you see a taxi in the street, you don't call for the taxi, you don't shout for the taxi, you flag down. Taxi. The next one we have here, pick up and drop off. To pick up and to drop off. This is used to talk about travel by car. When you give someone a lift, or when you are given a lift, this is often used in the passive form. I was picked up by my mother and taken to work. Or I was dropped off at school by my uncle yesterday, for example. This is the action of using a car, or again, you could talk about a taxi picking you up and dropping you off. It's used with private transport rather than with public transport. The action of taking somebody and dropping them at another destination, to pick up and to drop off. Take off. All of you wish that you were taking off on... Yes, you may have guessed. We use this to talk about the aeroplane, or anything that flies can take off. A helicopter can take off. An eagle, the bird, can take off into flight. But yes, when we're talking about transport, we use take off to describe the time when the aeroplane goes from the ground into the sky. That is known as the airplane taking off. Take off can be used as a noun as well. And the final one, run over. This one has a slightly negative idea about it. You run over a pedestrian, for example. Pedestrian, a person who is walking around, not using transport, walking around a city, for example. That person is a pedestrian. If you run over a pedestrian, you literally, with the car, you hit the person. You can also use this to talk about an animal. I was driving home from work and I ran over my neighbour's dog. Or I was driving to work this morning and I nearly ran over my best friend's cat. Imagine. But yes, this idea to run over, not so nice. But that is the common phrasal verb we use when a vehicle hits a person or another thing. So there we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 very common phrasal verbs that we use to talk about transport, which really now at your level you should be attempting and trying to use. I hope you have found this lesson useful, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Bye guys.